Hi, how are you? Good, thank you. So, I usually just do factual stuff I absolutely, positively know. I've heard one rumor, which I want to put on. I'm stating that it's a rumor. I know that it's possible, but I don't know whether they do it. I hate to think they would. The rumor is, you know how I was talking about MasterCard and it not being very secure and people getting information when you use a MasterCard app on your phone. Yes. So the rumor is that Apple, Apple phones, right, and Apple devices, even the watches, um, have new ones have um, have that a chip which interfaces with either the portable device, which picks up that information from MasterCard app on the phone, or um, or from a scanner on on people's cash registers to the phone, the app on people's phone for MasterCard. So yeah, that technology is possible. I hate to think that Apple is doing that, but I thought I'd better put that on. All right. The factual stuff I've got to say is those scanners that I mentioned, which can interface with MasterCard phone app, are actually being manufactured. They're available on the dark web already, which is an organised crime web site. Right. So they're available to buy now. Right. So there's two forms to it. Like I was just saying, there's the portable device, which is like, I guess, like the portable device they first brought out when people first rolled out Tap and Go or PayPass or whatever you call it. Right. And that's for the MasterCard phone app, right? And the other one is at cash registers, right? So at this stage, I don't know who's getting it, but and for the MasterCard phone app, and like I said before, elsewhere in the universe, Visa's used as a card. They also use something called Plus, but Visa's you can use Visa everywhere, even in the dimensions. So yeah, I wouldn't get the MasterCard app if I were you. If you have it on your phone, I'd delete it, get a card. If you want to stick with MasterCard, I'd just get a normal card from your bank or whatever. Right. Yeah, so I've got a Visa. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. That's sponsorship from Visa. I can't discuss that yet. I have to wait to see what happens with that. But yeah. So it's all a bit alarming, really. But see, with those scanners, they can pick up from your phone things like phone numbers that you've got in there, phone numbers you've called, contact phone numbers. They can pick up emails. They can pick up texts. They can also pick up what you're spending your money on and where. So they can also locate where you shop and where you frequent, where you go to. So if your phone has location on it and you haven't switched it off, they could find out where you spend the most time, so they could find out where you live. Yeah, all pretty nasty. And what you spend your money on, yeah. And for instance, if you buy something for somebody else, like a gift for somebody else on the internet or web or whatever, they could find out what the shipping address is. No freaking way. And so they could find out who you're spending money on as well. Who your friends are, who your boyfriend, girlfriend is, if you spend money on them and stuff. Holy guacamole. Yeah, alarming. Yeah. So stick with the cards, I think. And well, also I just want to say at this point, cash is really, really good idea as well. So one of the ways they were thinking about bringing in the mark of the beast is to just using credit or debit cards, right? So I use Visa and I use cash. I use both, right? Right. Right. Mm. Yeah. So. Yeah, I don't. They're available now to buy now on the dark web. So I don't know how long it takes to deliver these things. Maybe if it's express delivery, maybe a day. 24 hours. You're right. So maybe get money out using the if you're going to apply for a card. And like I said before, debit cards are better than credit cards because with so much happening, so much financial insecurity, if you get a credit card and go spend more than you have in the actual bank, on the actual card, they might try to cut the card off, try to get the money back in a way you don't approve of. Right. So debit cards run on just the money you've got in there, and you can't overspend on anything. Right. Plus with credit cards you get an interest rate charged on top of that. Yeah. Right. Thank you. See, if they do bring in the mark of the beast, what's going to happen is they're going to say that it says in the Bible, in the book of Revelations, that the mark of the beast will tell them who can spend what amount of money. They'll decide that. And who can buy and sell, and what they can buy and sell. What you're allowed to spend your money on. Are you kidding? No. And then there's stuff like the whole thing's aiming towards slavery, slave labor. So they'll probably not eventually, well, depends how fast they move, but maybe, sometimes 2 hours is a lot of time for people from elsewhere. Don't close. Sorry, phone overheating. Yeah, so, maybe you might start out with paid job. Beginning of the day, by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, you're on to. They'll let you stay in a dormitory. And they'll feed you what they want to feed you. And you'll be working for no wages. This is how bad it's gotten, according to some prophecies in some places in the US. So, and then you just don't. You don't get food, you don't get sleep, you don't get a bed to sleep in because there's no reason. They won't let you sleep, you make you work till you die. Right. So the mark of the beast is to be avoided. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, that slaves don't get to have friends or girlfriends or boyfriends or husbands or wives or children. They don't treat people as human. They don't treat them humanely. Slaves don't have that stuff. Slaves are just property which they use to work. So yeah, mark of the beast to be avoided. So we won't have friends or boyfriends or girlfriends or husbands or wives or children. No. See, I've spent time as a slave in that sort of system. And I've been rescued from it, and I can tell you, if you even smile or try to make eye contact with someone else, or even that, and even worse is standing up for someone else that they're trying to beat or rape or whatever for whatever reason, or who's just fallen exhausted or dead to the ground from overwork, that they just torture, beat, rape you, and you're just like, your head's just going, what? It's horrendous. So you definitely don't want the mark of the beast. And all the ones who I pray to, they all say the same thing. Don't willingly get the mark of the beast. Just don't do it. And it's as simple as you just say no, put up some resistance, just pull away if they try to do a needle or any way. You show resistance just in case they don't speak your language, and yeah, and you say no as well in whatever language you speak. And the difference is, like those I pray to who resist it will be able to rescue you. And if you don't resist it, they can't. Excuse me. Right. So saving, they'll spend them all. They'll spend everyone's savings. They'll try to close all the banks. See, they'll try to close credit cards. They'll try to close debit cards. They'll try to close everything. Yeah, they'll sell all your property and your houses, all your stuff, your houses, everything. That's how bad it can get. So stand up now. Just don't let them get an inch. If you give them an inch, I'll take a mile. Wait. I don't see it. Terry, yes, God the Creator. Like that one on YouTube, please. Oh, Terry Cat on YouTube. Orange background with a T on it, white T on it. not to be confused with any other terry cats on YouTube. Anyway, and you can tell it's me as well, because I've got lots of videos on that and playlists and everything. Anyway, see you later.